Okay, my name's Helen Dallas. I'm a freshwater ecologist at the Freshwater Research Centre in Cape Town. What does an ecologist do? Well, we play around in rivers and wetlands. So some of us work very strongly in conservation. Others work in climate change. One of my hats is climate change. I do work on climate change and how that might impact rivers and wetlands and fish, for example. And then one can also work in the field of river health assessment. If the river is healthy for the bugs that live in it, it's also often healthy for the humans that depend on that water. So there's a very strong connection between people and the animals and the biodiversity. And then there's a whole other area called what we call bioinformatics, which is about data. It's the nuts and bolts. Like, without good data, we can't make good decisions. So we always say, let's pull data, let's do surveys, bring the data into something. And bioinformatics is about taking data from all different sources. And that's what the Freshwater Biodiversity Information System is all about, bringing together a huge resource of data from a variety of sources and making it available for scientists, citizen scientists, consultants, decision makers, so that at the end of the day we can better protect our ecosystems. You might be an expert in fish ecology, but somebody else knows a lot about water quality, and someone else knows about aquatic bugs. So I'm the aquatic bug person. It's always about collaboration, and it's not just within the organization itself, but with other organizations. You might be a climate change scientist that needs to be brought in. We work with engineers, we work with economists, and I think that's really speaks to where society is at the moment. You can't work in a silo. You have to work with other people, and in doing so, that whole topic of synergies, we create synergies. Myself and my colleagues in the FRC have chosen a career in life sciences because there is so much happening and it's changing. We live in a society and in a ecosystem that is continually shifting and changing, and we have to adapt to it, and that's what animals do. Okay, so as freshwater scientists, we often go and do field work. That's one of the things we do. We go into communities, into rivers. I think one of the best experiences I've ever had was doing an assessment of the river health on a river side in Zambia, and it was just myself and 3 colleagues, and by the time we finished, we had an entire school standing around us. What's nice about what I do with river health is you put the bugs in the trays, and there they are swimming around. And we were all poring over these trays, and you could almost not see anything because you had so many little heads peering in and wanting to know, what's the dragonfly, and there's a fish, all in the local lingo, which I didn't always understand. But we've done the same in South Africa, especially rural agricultural communities, because often they're so comfortable with the environment they live in, but they often don't know what's underneath the water. You see what you perceive above the water, and by taking a little net and digging around and putting it in a tray, you have these wide eyes and this great community. And of course, all of those kids are going to go back and tell their parents, and that's where it's a win-win for everybody. Okay, so I was born in Cape Town, but growing up I moved all around the country and even into what was then South Africa, Namibia. That definitely made me a bit of a gypsy, which comes into my work all the time. And so when I finished my school, I was quite unsure what to do. I loved the sciences. I wanted to do something in the life sciences. I knew that, in biology, something like that. But I was also really keen on art. And actually went to speak to a lecturer at UCT, the University of Cape Town. And after that, I decided, no, I need to follow my career as a scientist, and then I'll still do art. And I do pottery, I do painting, and that's my hobby, and I love it. And I think if you've got a keen sense of wanting to understand what makes things work and how it works, and you have a love of nature, then any career in the life sciences would be amazing, and any ecological profession would be wonderful, because it ticks all the boxes. You get to spend time in the office, you go into the field, and I think it's a very interesting, fun, diverse career, and it is what you make it. You can, if you want to be a taxonomist and you want to stare down a microscope all day, that's perfect, there's space for that. But if you want to be sampling fish and helping to protect endemic fish in the Doring River, there's space for you. So it's very diverse. and it's a wonderful career, definitely.